Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to my other apostles, a great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful members of the elect, the Bacharim of the house of David that has been preordained, predestined to be delivered in these last and times, and to be the ruling, governing body of the nation, Yasha'Allah. And I want to go into a lesson. Tensions happening in the Middle East. There's still tensions going on over there between Iran and Israel, okay, with these airstrikes that have been sent back and forth between Iran and Israel, okay. So I'm going to play this from today. All right, tensions escalate after Iran says it will respond to Israel's airstrikes.
This morning, the Middle East on edge, as Iran weighs its response to Israel's unprecedented airstrikes this weekend. Waves of fighter jets carrying out Israel's first ever open attack on its regional enemy, hitting military sites in retaliation for Iran's missile barrage at the start of the month. President Biden urging both sides not to escalate further.
My hope is this is the end.
But Iran's supreme leader meeting the families of soldiers killed in the bombing, leaving the door open to revenge strikes. In Israel, tensions high after this suspected truck ramming attack near a military base north of Tel Aviv. Most of the victims were senior citizens, some of them pinned underneath the truck. One man in his early 70s was killed, more than 30 others injured.
It was a quiet start to the Israeli work week here when this truck came crashing in, and you can see from the damage the speed it was going.
The driver, a Palestinian man with Israeli citizenship, was shot dead at the scene, police say. While in Gaza, this video going viral. A 6-year-old girl with her little sister on her back, walking barefoot for miles after her sibling was hit by a car. Her name is Amar. Our team met her family in the tent they now call home. They were forced to flee northern Gaza by Israeli bombing and looming famine, her mother says. Little children made to grow up fast in this pitiless war.
And Israel's military today wrapping up a raid on one of the last functioning hospitals in northern Gaza. They say they found weapons inside and captured militants, but hospital authorities say they killed a number of civilians, including the hospital director's son. Savannah.
All right, Ralph, thank you very much.
All right, now let's do this one. US
The United
warns
States did not.
Iran at UN of severe consequences in case of news attack, right? And this is going to turn into a full-fledged war, World War III. And it's already prophesied in the Bible that World War III will take place and the hot zone will be in the Middle East, all right? The land of the Arabian region, all right? Spoken of in Joel, the 2nd chapter as well, okay? That's going to be the hot zone of World War III. Joel the 3rd, the valley of Yehoshaphat, all right, the valley of Yahweh's decision, where he's going to judge those nations' military, all right. Now this is Revelation 6 verse 16, or 16 verse 16. It says, and he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, right, valley of the troops, okay. And those troops will be sent over there from various nations, from America to Israel to Iran to Russia to the Chinese, all right? You're going to see a lot of these nations being, sent over there to the hot zone, okay? And World War III is going to be all over, but the hot zone will be, like I said, over there in that Arabian region, okay? So let's play this.
Participate in this military operation. Whether we encourage the government of Israel to shape the operation as it did. Again, a targeted, proportional, and direct response to degrade Iran's ability to threaten its neighbors, deter further attacks, and reduce the risk of further escalation. Today, the United States' message for Israel remains clear. We will always help secure its people and territory from Iran and its terrorist proxies and partners. Our message for Iran remains clear as well. Should it choose to undertake further aggressive acts against Israel or U.S. personnel in the region, there will be severe consequences. We will not hesitate to act in self-defense. Colleagues, not even 4 weeks ago, on October 1st, Iran launched nearly 200 ballistic missiles at Israel, with many targeting the country's most populous city, Tel Aviv. This brazen attack had the potential to kill hundreds of civilians, and it very well could have, were it not for the United States military assistance defending Israel at President Biden's direction.
Right, so now I'm gonna go to this
The
one.
Pentagon
All right, North Korea sends 10,000 troops to Russia. Okay, this is very big. Okay, this is very, very big. All right, let me just search something up. Let me just see who is North Korea's allies. Okay, obviously Russia. Actually, let me just chat GPT it. Bear with me for 1 second. Who are North Korea's allies? I should put. Who are North Korea's allies? Okay, North Korea has limited formal alliances, with its relationships heavily influenced by its unique political stance and isolationist policies. Right, they are a very isolated nation, you know. That's evident. However, it does have strategic partnerships with a few key countries, primarily for economic, political, and military support. Here are some of its primary allies and partners. China, North Korea's closest ally, providing economic aid, trade, and diplomatic support. China values stability in the Korean Peninsula and has historically backed North Korea in international forums, though it has also pressured, I can't pronounce that word, Pyongyang over nuclear issues. Russia, while less involved than China, Russia has provided some economic assistance, trade, and limited military support. Russia's interest lies in counterbalancing interest lies Russia's interest lies in counterbalancing U.S. influence in Asia and maintaining stability in the region, right? And these are, you know, ways to have support of different nations to keep them as allies, all right, through trade, economic assistance, okay, military support if one country goes to war. You see, it says Iran, see, Iran as well. The relationship between North Korea and Iran is mainly based on the shared opposition to the U.S. They collaborate on missile technology and have shown support for each other's positions in the international arena. Syria. North Korea has long-standing ties with Syria, particularly in military support and arms trading. North Korea has allegedly helped Syria with missile technology and possibly chemical weapons development. Cuba and Venezuela. Now, I did not know that they're allies with them. While not close allies, Cuba and Venezuela has expressed solidarity with North Korea, especially in their mutual opposition to U.S. policies. Right. So let's go back to this video.
Saying they now have evidence that thousands of North Korean soldiers are training in Russia.
And U.S. officials say those troops are anticipated to get involved in the war on Ukraine. ABC's Ian Pinnell with the very latest.
Tonight, NATO warning many North Korean soldiers are now moving toward the battlefield in Russia's Kursk region, north of Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv, where Ukrainian forces seized hundreds of square miles of territory. The Pentagon today confirming 10,000 North Korean troops are now training in Russia. Ukraine saying this video shows them there.
We are increasingly concerned that Russia intends to use these soldiers in combat or to support combat operations against Ukrainian forces in Russia's Kursk Oblast.
President Biden today addressing reports former President Donald Trump had several conversations with Vladimir Putin after Trump left the White House, which both have denied. The president also responding to North Korean troops inside Russia.
It's very dangerous, and the idea that Kamala's opponent is talking to Putin and discussing what should be done. Anyway.
The US says if the North Koreans...
Don't know what the hell he was rambling about, but yeah, these are troops that are getting roused up. You know, these are the chess pieces that are moving on the board, and we are moving closer and closer to World War III, all right, to Armageddon, all right, to an economic collapse. And what we'll pursue before that is the implementation, the mandation of the microchip, the RFID chip, you see, which you are not to take. That's the mark of the beast, all right, you Israelites, okay, which consists of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're God's chosen people, and we have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So you're going to have other nations, other Israelites in these different nations who may even look like them or will look like them, all right? But your bloodline goes back to Israel, okay? But, you know, it's all about the elect anyways. But this Edomite, all right, these international banking families, they have an agenda. It's to push that microchip, okay? And we're seeing the economic collapse worldwide. We can see that happening, all right, you know. And then we're seeing the issue of World War III. We're seeing how that's getting closer and closer. Okay, now this is Joel chapter 3 verse. I'm gonna read it in the NLT, by the way. Chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim this among the nations, prepare for war, rouse the warriors, let all the fighting men draw near and attack. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, right? Remember, we just read about how North Korea's allies, and many allies do this, of different various nations. They give each other, besides economic aid, all right, and trade, but they also trade with weapons, okay? This nation gives this other nation missiles or fighter jets, you know, or whatever the sort is for military weapons, all right, military technology. It says, let the weaklings say, I am strong. And how are they strong? Through military weapons, and most importantly, nuclear weapons. And that's how this World War III is going to be fought with, all right? At the very, very end, nuclear weapons, missiles will be shot off, you know? That's why this World War III, it's in the talks. And it's so very terrifying to these other people. All right, not for us, because we're waiting for Yahushua to return, because we know Yahushua is very near. All right, and he's going to deliver the elect throughout the four corners of the earth. But it's terrifying for these other nations because they know the outcome of World War III, and it's not going to be good. Who said that again? How if there was a World War III, it would be fought with sticks? I want to look that up, actually. Who said there? Hold on, so I put this down. Oh no, World War IV. Albert Einstein, right? He says, quotes, I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, right? Because, even though that's not going to really happen, but that's the damage of World War III from the nuclear weapons. All right, it's literally going to, do a lot of damage. America is going to be wiped off, okay? Going to be nuked. That's prophecy, all right? But it's going to do a lot of damage. And we know when the kingdom of heaven is established that there will be no more war anyways, okay? Now it says, come quickly, all ye nations from every side, and assemble there. Bring down your warriors, Lord. Let the nations be roused. Let them advance into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the nations on every side. Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, trample the grapes, for the winepress is full, and the fats overflow. So great is their wickedness, right? And we're seeing the chess pieces being moved, So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And on to the next one. Shalom.